Welcome to Smash Writing. I'm Paul. This is Justin. And today we are reviewing Constantine, City of the Demons?
City of Demons.
City of Demons. To my understanding, was this originally like a web series?
It was a series. After it was done and everything, they crammed it all together in a movie.
To make it one movie. So go ahead and give us, this is obviously an animation film, so go ahead and give us the story.
The story is, we start by seeing Chaz visiting John at a psychiatric hospital. Chaz kind of loses it a little bit on John when he sees that John is still doing magic. And we jump ahead 10 years. And we see John out of the hospital. Now he's waking up out of a drunken stupor and he's attacked by a bunch of little Johns. It's this self-conscious demons brought to life by something. And he takes them all back in and passes out, and then Chaz wakes him up. And you find out that 8-10 years passed since Newcastle, and Chaz has a daughter who's in a coma. And he's been, as he tells John, he's been around John long enough to know when something's up, something's wrong, something's not the norm. So John agrees to go see the child, much to the mother's chagrin. She does not want John near the child. But John's like, 5 minutes, that's all I need. And she begrudgingly gives it to him. And he realizes something's wrong, so he calls in the nightmare nurse. And with her help, they're able to bring out the demon that's causing all of this, who pretty much tell John to come and get her back. And he gives her the an LA address, so he sets off to Los Angeles, leaving the nightmare nurse to look over Trish.
It's always a good thing, a nightmare nurse.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Nothing, actually, because she watches that kid. She puts up the warding to keep her safe and everything.
That is true.
But pretty much she sees some Ballarat. I believe that's what his name was, Ballarat. These names are hard.
Isn't all names hard?
The demon names especially get me. But when they get to the airport, on the way there actually, Chaz makes the remark, he will pay any price. And John's like, well, we'll see about that because you might very well have to. And when they're going through the airport, John makes notice of someone's eyes flashing blue. And he kind of he makes a mental note of it, but they keep going and they get to where they're supposed to go. And they meet a guy, Belrot, I think his name is, Belrot. And it's the demon who has the souls. And he has Trish's soul inside of him, so any attack on him would just put Trish in jeopardy. And he tells that there's 5 other demons in the city. They're all competitors. He wants them gone. He's not giving up Trish's soul until they're gone. And they're attacked by these group of like devil dog things, but their unknown follower saves them and tells them, we'll be in touch, and goes off their mighty way. The wife's name is Renee. I wrote that name down.
Because it was the simplest name.
The nightmare nurse wants to know what happened in Newcastle, but Renee knows, but she won't tell her. So the nightmare nurse uses a bit of magic, compels her to tell her what happened. And it's the story of Ashra. This guy had Ashra's soul and was like using Ashra to suck magic out of her to power his own magic. So young Constantine, thinking he knows everything, goes in and sicks a bigger demon on this guy. The bigger demon not only kills him and his followers, he starts killing people upstairs at the club, and he tosses Ashra's soul into hell. No, just tosses Ashra into hell, really. And that's what committed John because of what he did to Ashra. He blames himself for what happened. But, and then Nightmare Nurse undoes the magic, so Renee doesn't even know she told her. It kind of leaves her a little better because in Renee's mind, she stuck to her guns and didn't tell the story. And we jump back to Constantine, and some days have gone by, and he's still telling the demon that I'm working on it. You've not told me any of their names or anything. And you find out that the demon is actually Nerval. Nerval, I believe. He's the demon John cast 10 years ago. he's still on Earth, and he is the one causing all these kids to go into comas. And in a new sense of rage, Constantine leaves, and he gets redirected into a bar, and you find out his follower is the city collective consciousness of LA. It is a super being of Los Angeles. And Los Angeles pretty much tells him, get the demons out of my city now. So he uses an Aztec death god, which I will not even attempt to say the name of it. No, I do not have it spelled out. It was 14 letters long. It's like Mitsupichel, something along those lines. It's Aztec death god.
Let's not just keep brutally.
We're gonna. I can't even try. Can't even.
No.
But he convinces this death god to help him, and he suckers all 5 demons into the church. Chaz traps them all in there with John and the death god, and the death god manages to defeat all 5 of them. And he implores John, because he's badly wounded, he implores John to help him, take him back to his spot of worship so he can heal. And John just says, no, you're too dangerous to let live, my dude. And he kills the death god. And we get back to Nergal. Nergal. Still taking a shot at this name. But we find out there's a bit of a swerve where Los Angeles is actually working with him. And it's like it was a deal they made because they're trying to protect the people of the city, realizing that a big fight with him would result in the death of more people. So it's better to work with him to spare as many lives as Los Angeles can. But John is about to give up. He's like, you know what, I quit. There's no getting Trish's soul back. After a fight at a bar fight, Chaz goes up to him, shakes him a bit, and he's like, let's go. We need to go to fix this right now. And Constantine's like, all right, I'll do it. And he casts this spell on this demon in the finale, because he cuts off the demon from all the kids in the coma, which gets the demon to come to them. And John looks at him and he's like, you remember that price you said you'd pay? You'd pay anything. Here it is. And John casts the spell. And what he does is he takes the love Trish and Renee have for John, for Chaz, and then all the love John has for Chaz, and puts it into the demon, which becomes like a cancer on the demon.
Right.
And the demon, one last Hail Mary to save himself, offers John Astra in return for saving him, which John refuses and kills the demon. And he explains to Chaz, like, Chaz, here's the thing, you paid that price. They don't remember you. They have no memory. You were just a one-night stand. And before Chaz can swing on him, John goes, I did the same thing with us. And he doesn't remember who John is. He just knows this guy is a jerk. And you get one more visit from Los Angeles, who you learn was never working with the demon. They were just toying around with John. And John asks Los Angeles to look after Chaz. And he goes on his way with a little John demon who he didn't suck back in yet. And that's the movie.
Ta-da! And this was so like this was a web series, and it was like 2 seasons, like 5 minutes of each episode. It was like over 3 years or something that they fused together, which you honestly could not tell.
No,
it was all a good flowing thing. I do like the price to pay. You're trying to save, obviously, Chaz with his wife and daughter. You want to save them. You want them to live and everything else like that. But the price is they won't know who you are.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a ultimate price, because what would be the alternative? They die and you still live.
Yeah. Trish wasn't going to live. Trish needed her soul back, because that was a running clock on Trish. As Nightmare Nurse told me. Trish is on the clock here. If she doesn't get her soul back, that spell protecting her is going to fail.
Yeah.
And the demons trying to possess her are going to possess the child. And at that point, there's no saving Trish.
Right. I mean, at least,
I love how gray everything is here, right?
There's no good or bad.
You have the Nightmare Nurse, right? And you actually see that this is a demon.
Yeah.
And they're still working to protect this kid. because John asked them to look after the kid, so they're looking after the kid. But they're still a demon. They do remind you they're a demon.
Right.
They did not take no for an answer from Renee. They're like, no, you're going to tell me. And then Constantine, like, he didn't even tell Jess. He's like, look, you wanted the part, you said you'd pay any price. Here it is. And he just cast a spell without telling him what it was. Because he knew Chaz would try to fight him on it. And Constantine knew that there was no more time. So he made the choice.
And there really wasn't any other scenario. It was basically she dies or this case.
Yeah.
It's
like you either give him up or the demon wins.
Yeah. So,
I love how complicated that is with Constantine and everything you see him. Is that he makes good choices, but at the same time he pays all those prices.
yeah.
Like we were talking about this, how many movies where it's like, are you ready to pay the ultimate price? And then it always works out for them in the end.
You don't actually pay the ultimate price. You
And-
find another scenario. In this case, there was only one scenario.
Yeah, then the ultimate price. I love the idea of Los Angeles being this collective conscious entity in this town.
Sounds about right.
I love the back and forth between Los Angeles and John. Whereas John's like, if I was going to have a fling with anyone, it would be London. Of course, Matt Ryan as Constantine was great. Matt Ryan has just been... I don't know why people want Keanu back. I want Matt Ryan to play Constantine forever. Because he's so good at it.
He played him on the TV show, right?
Yeah, and Legends of Tomorrow and then the Constantine TV show.
Yeah,
that's Matt Ryan.
I was making sure it was the same Matt Ryan.
Yeah. He is so good at that role. I want that movie. I want the Matt Ryan Constantine movie. I'd keep Keanu Reeves sequel. I don't want it. Bring me the Matt Ryan one.
Keep it, folks. Keep it.
Keep it. I don't want it. I got the Constantine I want.
So what would you give this
Well, the animation was really good. I like the animation.
Yes.
I like the fight scenes. I love the spell works and the demons. Good gore too. I'm giving this an A+.
I did like the story. I did like the choices. The animation was on par. Really had nothing with the nothing wrong with the animations. The time, the amount of time was perfect too. I mean, I know there was a bunch of 5-minute episodes. The length of time was perfectly fine. It wasn't too long.
The pacing was really well.
Yeah, the pace was well. You know, you didn't really sit and get bored with it and thing. I loved the ultimate sacrifice and paying the ultimate sacrifice. I'm going to give it. I'll probably give it an A. I thought. I don't think they could have done anything better. I mean, what they got is what they got, and what they did. So I am giving it an A, probably like 90%. I don't know. I'm trying to think of if there's something I didn't like about it. I think it was simple. You could follow the story. You know, it wasn't trying to be more than what it was.
It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I'd say that it was a good amount of fun to watch. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember if there was something that really I didn't like, but I'm still giving it an A. I think it has rewatchability.
Yeah.
That's often how I rate things too. Is if I can rewatch it, then I know it's something good. So I'm giving it an A. But that is Constantine, City of Demons. It gets better. Until next time.
Bye-bye.